Welcome. Today would be May the 16th, 2026, and it's been a while since we've been in the studio.
Why would you say it would be May?
Well, it would be, because it absolutely
if it was.
It will be today.
Today. Oh, today is.
Today is.
Right. You may not see this on today.
Today.
But we are here today.
We are, which would be May the 16th.
May 16th. I almost just said May 26th.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I know.
Don't take time away.
Hey, don't we have a holiday coming up?
We do have a holiday coming up. Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Which
That's
will be
right.
the 25th of May.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing? I'm wearing our official
logo.
Heartbeat of Jackson County logo, as I have said many thousands of times probably on our previous shows. And I want to tell you, this shirt is near and dear to me because on the back it says, and that's it, right? So on the front it says, I say what I say, and the back says, and that's it. And I received this from a very, very, very close, dear, lovely friend of mine, Keith Deese. Gave it to me for Christmas. He was nice enough to have it made, and it's very apropos and very fitting that I wear it for today's show. This is our maiden voyage of 2026.
It is. We haven't been in the studio for a while. We have
not. No, we've been feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys.
No, absolutely not.
We have not. No, God, no.
You get busy and life pulls you in different directions. So that's kind of what happened here, and we're trying to get back into it. Wanted to get back in the studio today and just make a little short video, let you know we're still out here. We're still thinking about you in Jackson County, and we want to get some information out here. We had something. I had something just recently presented.
It's very pressing. It's something that is affecting probably thousands of people in the county right now.
A lot of people, and it was brought to my attention last week, and I called Lee. I said, Lee, we need to do a video on this, and I felt compelled to kind of get some information out there, and just because this was kind of close to me.
And it's so easy to fall for this.
It is. And
it's got nothing to do with your intelligence or your. It's actually got to do with about being caught off guard.
Yeah, it is. And what we're referring to is the phone scams. Now, I know a lot of people out there say, well, phone scams have been around for a long time, and I agree with that. And they're still here, and we still need to get some information out. And I had somebody that was close to me that actually got scammed, and I kind of felt it was my responsibility because I know these scams are out there, and I felt like I should have educated this person a little bit better. So I wanted to put this out there. Can't change what has happened, but we can change what will be to come. So
yeah, and they're evolving every day, Keith.
Absolutely,
every day. Before you get into yours, I've received one, and I know many of you out there have received the text message that has. Listen, guys, I used to work down in Miami-Dade County, so I got this text message that had an official court, 11th Judicial Circuit Court down in Miami-Dade, that said that I had unpaid parking tickets and that there was a warrant, and I had like 24 hours, and it came with a QR code, and it came with a hyperlink, a blue hyperlink, and for me to click that and go ahead and pay it, and it would wipe out all of my parking tickets in Miami-Dade.
Yep.
Now, I don't have any parking tickets in Miami-Dade, and if I did, they're not going to send arrest warrants for parking tickets.
It's a civil citation.
Civil citation. So that's a quick tidbit. But the one that Keith is going to talk about is something that it's a sense of urgency.
It is.
It's a sense of right now or else.
And the thing about it is like he said, they're changing, they're evolving, they're trying to come up with new ways to get your money, and that is their job. Their job is to scam you out of money. So they're having to, when we get information out there, they have to change that information.
Right,
they have to have a new way to do this. So I'm just going to go ahead and lead in and kind of tell you what happened. Now, I'm not going to use the person's name. I'm going to use my name as an example for this.
You could use mine if you'd like.
Or Lee's. I might use Lee's. I don't know. So
I've been scammed before. I have. I've fallen for it. I absolutely have.
And I apologize to you for that.
But it was a long time
Yeah.
ago. It was the phishing scam on an email. You remember those?
Oh yeah.
But they're still out
Yeah,
there.
I hadn't seen one of those in a while.
But they are. Listen, your rich Nigerian uncle who died and left you $10 million, and all you got to do is pay the import taxes,
import
bringing the money
taxes.
over, and you'll get another 10% of it. Oh gosh.
Or
and remember, it used to be a letter that would come in the mail.
Or you've just won that brand new Lincoln Navigator.
Oh boy.
And it's en route, and all you have to do is pay the sales taxes for it to be delivered.
That's it. It's on its way.
It's on its way, y'all. If it sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is.
Easy for you to say.
Yes, I almost I stumble. Okay, I get emotional.
If it sounds too good to be true.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. You're going to edit that out. I know
I'll
you
edit
are.
that out.
So let me give you this story about what happened. Okay, so these people, these scammers, they actually now are calling businesses now. So
yeah.
And a lot of people, when they answer the phone, especially with the businesses, especially people that are dealing with the public, they have to identify themselves when they answer the phone. So I'm just going to
example.
I'm going to use myself as an example, and I'm going to say I work at a gas station, whatever. It doesn't matter. And I answer the phone. I can say, gas station, this is Keith. How can I help you? Well,
and then what happens?
Well, then they say, well, actually, I'm looking for an employee there named Keith. Can you verify your last name?
Oh, my God. How did they know it was you?
Exactly. They didn't. What it is they're fishing for information from whoever answers that telephone. They don't know who's answering that telephone, but when you identify yourself on the telephone, you give them just that little bit that they can keep plugging away at you. So you say, hey, well, I'm looking, I actually work for the Department of Treasury, and I'm looking for an employee there by the first name of Keith. Can you verify your last name? Well, my name's Keith Deese.
Right.
Well, you know what, Mr. Deese? We were actually looking for you. You're the employee that I'm looking for.
How lucky for you that
Absolutely.
you answered the
I was the
call.
one that answered the phone.
Right.
So that's how they start this out. They can you verify this? Can you verify this? Y'all be careful about verifying anything over the telephone. Unless you actually the one making contact, I don't suggest you verify a whole lot of your information over the telephone. You say, well, what's the harm in verifying your first and last name?
Oh, well.
The harm is you open doors for them to ask other questions, and you give them just enough information that they can follow up with a second question.
That's right.
Were you aware that you had 2 federal jury summonses last week?
Wait a minute. They're going with the jury summons?
The jury
thing?
summons.
Not warrants.
Not warrants. Not yet.
Right.
Were you aware that you missed 2 of your federal jury summons last week? Well, no, I have not received anything in the mail. Well, because you've missed 2, there's a $1,000 fine per jury summons.
And did they add something like a judge's order, or did they just throw what happened?
Well, they kept on going and said there has been an arrest warrant issued for you for the $2,000 fine, but you can pay it now.
Oh, and pay it now.
You pay it now.
Pay it now.
And we can take care of that. You won't be arrested. But just so that you know, there are actually deputies or other law enforcement agencies. Deputies.
On the way.
They're watching you, is what was told to this person on the phone, that they're actually watching you. Yes.
Hey,
So-
no, it would be more like this.
Yes.
I think she's in there.
I think
he's
she's
in there. I think they're in there.
Well, they're inside of a building.
Right.
So look around, see if you see any deputies.
Yeah.
All right, so what they want, they're not even asking for your card information anymore. They say, we can't take your card information, but what we need you to do is, like he said, we're going to send you a scan code.
Yeah.
And I need you to go get the cash, get it cashed in, and then send this to me on a scan code. Mm-hmm. All right, so this particular person, when they go to the ATM, they're only allowed to get $500 out of cash per day.
Yeah, some people have that restriction.
Yeah, there is a
$500 or
restriction,
$600. That's it.
So this person was unable to get the full amount.
How much was the full amount again?
Full amount was $2,000
So it was $1,000 per
jury summons that they missed.
Fine.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So the other thing was let's say I'm the person talking on the phone, and I said I don't have that much on me. I'm going to have to go get that from somewhere. I'm going to have to go across the street. I'm going to have to go down to my bank, whatever. And they say, okay, but just be aware somebody is watching you. You can't call anybody and tell them that this is going on, or they will come arrest you right then.
I wish we had a red flag.
I know, or if you do anything other than go get the money and go get it transferred straight to us, they will come arrest you also. Okay.
So even though you're actively attempting to remedy the problem in your mind,
yes,
you're not allowed to do anything other than what they say.
You cannot communicate with anybody else other than what they say.
And if you do, even though you're going to get the money, you're going to be arrested.
You're going to be arrested anyway.
Man, what a sense of urgency that places in someone's mind.
Yeah, especially somebody, I'm going to say this, elderly, they're at a greater risk.
Come on, absolutely.
And younger people are at a risk because a lot of younger people are a little bit more naive to some of these strategies.
Right. They haven't seen it for the last 20 years
Absolutely,
like we have.
Absolutely. So this employee, I'm going to say, all right, so I've got to go get this money, and they just told me I can't call anybody, or I'm going to get arrested. I'm being followed. I'm being watched. All right. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to explain something to you as far as safety.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody ever tells you, I'm watching you, leave where you're at and you're safe and go outside and go somewhere else that I know that you're going, don't go.
Why?
Because that could turn into something a lot larger.
Have you heard the word kidnapping?
Yes. It can turn into a kidnapping. It can turn into a lot worse. Okay, if you know you're in a position where you're safe, even if they're saying somebody's watching you, if you're at work or something like that, don't leave.
Don't do it.
You put yourself at a higher risk of other crimes and things like that.
Abduction and other things
Absolutely.
happen. Human trafficking.
Human trafficking. They may have been just trying to get them outside so they could get them in a vehicle and drive off with them.
Absolutely.
Right. So you've got to be careful about that. Don't leave a place where you know that you're safe, even if they're doing this. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're in the gas station, you've got all those cameras.
Yes.
And you're monitored. You're in there. You can go and lock the front door real quick. Don't leave the gas station.
No.
Don't leave the car lot. Don't leave the Waffle House. Don't leave the Zaxby's, wherever you're working at, because you're surrounded by fellow employees and supervisors.
Right.
To go then someplace alone by yourself to where you could possibly be abducted, harmed, taken, battered, robbed, anything like that.
Anything like that. Yeah, also, whenever I was being told this tale, the first thing that popped in my mind whenever this person told me, they said, don't tell anybody. First thing popped in my mind was child molesters.
Right.
Because a lot of times the child molester use that form as it's our secret.
Yeah.
You can't tell anybody, or if you tell somebody, I'm going to harm that person.
Yeah.
And you know what I've just done to you, I can do this, I'm capable of doing it to them also.
True. So
it's a fear factor. So if you get calls like this, do not leave the place where you're the safest, and that's where you're at. Right. As long as you know that it's safe, don't go outside. All right, I beat that enough. Let's move on.
Okay.
So what eventually happened was this person actually went, they got the money, they did the scan code, they tried to go back and get more money, and it started kicking up a fraud on their account. So this person, the scammer actually, the victim, I'm going to call him the victim, actually gave the scammer the cell phone number.
They provided their personal cell phone number to the person that called the business number.
To the scammer. Okay. And the scammers are actually name dropping right now. They're saying, well, we're with the Department of Treasury. My name is Captain Alex whatever. I can't remember what the name was. And Sergeant so-and-so from the sheriff's office or the deputy is out there watching you right now. And it only takes one call and we can get you picked up. Go get the money. Well, the first $500 didn't do it, so the victim actually wound up going and buying the little cards, the cash cards.
Yeah, right.
Because you can make the purchases, but you can't get cash out more than $500. So,
right.
And it took two, and then finally, I get a phone call, and this other person's on the phone, and they are upset. They're upset, and they tell me what's going on. I'm afraid I'm about to get arrested. I've
paid my fines.
Yeah, $1,500 of it.
Okay.
This victim was just shy of having the full $2,000.
Right.
But the victim had actually sent up with $1,500 to them.
So there's $500 outstanding.
And they're afraid. And these scammers are blowing the phone up. blowing the phone up, saying
Right.
you've got to have more money, you've got to have more, you've got to send it. They're coming for you right now. I get this phone call, and as soon as the victim starts telling me this, I said, "No,
You got to be kidding me.
please
tell me you're joking.
Please tell me you didn't send them money."
Right.
And the victim said, "I did." I said, "How much money?" $1,500. And they're coming to get me if I don't send the rest, and I just don't have enough to send the rest.
So the person was calling you saying, hey,
Here's a heads up.
here's a heads up. I either go to jail, or was there a part of it that's like, hey, can you get me the other 500?
It was similar to that. I mean, there was a little bit of
I can understand
difference there. So I said, no, you're getting scammed. Stop. Don't communicate with them. Well, they're calling me right now. I said, look, there's nobody coming. I said, that's not how this works. That is not how this works. And so hearing this and knowing how close I was to this person, I felt like I had failed that victim.
I can understand that, Keith.
You know, I felt like with my history in law enforcement and dealing with this stuff in the past, and as close as I was to this victim, I felt like I'd failed.
I can understand
So
that.
I felt compelled. I called Lee. I said, Lee, we got to do a video.
Yeah.
We got to do this. I feel like I needed to get this information out of there. This is not the only type of scam. It's not always like this. But I have worked other calls where the victim has lost up to $30,000.
Yeah, I have to.
There's one victim I remember working with. She had actually had a kind of like the LifeLock.
The fraud protection
The
thing, the
fraud
LifeLock
protection
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the company she had it with actually went out of
Excuse me.
business, and she got a phone call from well, I'm gonna say it's a scammer. Got a phone call from a scammer and said that they went out of business and we're taking over their accounts, so we need to re-up your account information.
Oh, no.
And she gave it to them. Well, and they said in doing so, you'll have to pay us an initial fee of this. Well, she gave them access to all of her accounts, and then they called back and they said, well, you paid us too much. We're going to send you back money.
Oh,
we're
not
gonna
that one.
Yeah, we're going to refund you money, and we're going to put it directly in your account. Well, she gets another phone call, and they said, well, we accidentally sent you $1,000 too much. We need you to go pull that money out, go get a Green Dot card from Walmart or wherever, and scan it and scratch it off and send us the code to this number.
Yeah.
Well, she did it. And then several times later, they keep saying, well, we're just having a computer issue, and it keeps refunding money to you, keep sending us the money back.
Lord have mercy.
Well, what it was they had access to her checking and her savings account, and they were taking money out of her savings account, putting it in her checking account, and saying that was the refund.
Right.
So she was actually sending them her money from the savings account. So there's numerous different ways that they're doing this. I'm telling you again, before you start verifying anything, if somebody calls you and says, hey, I'm with the Department of Treasury, I'm so-and-so, you say, okay. And they say, I want you to verify who you are, your social security number, anything like that.
You know what you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say, no.
I ain't verifying nothing. You
Nothing.
need to verify who
Yeah.
you are.
Who are you? If you answer your phone and somebody says, who's speaking? You say, well, who are you looking for?
Right, right.
Well, I'm looking for the person that owns this phone. Okay, well, if you know who owns the phone, then you should be able to tell me who you're looking for.
Me too. I just found
Yeah,
his hammer
yeah, I
knocker.
just found the
found his
phone,
hammer
right?
knocker in the parking lot.
So-
Right.
Be careful, and
Yeah.
if you feel like it sounds legit, tell them I will hang up and call back to the main office. Never call to verify with the number that they give you.
Never do that.
Okay, don't do that. But issuing warrants and things like that, that's not how this goes. It's not, they're not going to call you and say somebody's watching you to wait on you to see if you're going to pay this or not to be arrested.
That's right, Keith.
All right,
Very valid point.
It's just not, and I want to point this out again. It's because it's very important. Never leave the safety of where you're at, especially when somebody says, I'm watching you.
Right.
We're watching you. And I know the area and all that stuff. And,
Right.
you know.
Well, there's a lot of other people in here watching me too. So which one of you would you raise your hand, please?
Yes, please. Please, if you're watching me, you have them verify their presence with me.
Yeah, yeah. What's my shirt say?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Right. Tell me who you are.
Or if they say, well, they're watching you, they're about to come pick you up. If you don't pay $2,000, say, well, shoot, I can get arrested, put in jail, and out for 10% of that, which is $200.
Yeah, my bond will be $200.
Yeah, my bond will be $200. Come on and get me.
Judge Mercer might even have mercy on me in RO Army.
Exactly.
That's
So
right.
you know, just be careful, be safe. Look out for these scams. They're still going around out there. They're changing them every day. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful, guys.